Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Oui Culture. Yes, indeed, it's good to be back after 1 week. We always have a lot to talk about, and tonight is no exception. So we're talking about public transportation this evening, and we're gonna break it down. We're gonna break it down. So we welcome all our viewers on GBN TV 711, our listeners on K105 FM. We're back on Facebook, and it feels good. It's not not 100%, but we're back. Our friends will be able to definitely be with us and to share with us. We're also on the YouTube channel, and so we are going to have a good time. We'll be taking your calls as always on and of course the Facebook page, YouTube, and on the WhatsApp platform. Just remember, no WhatsApp calls. All right, you are not able to make any WhatsApp calls. You can send a message, and we'll be able to get that. So let's welcome the team tonight, and as we do that, I will hand you over to our host for tonight, the King himself, Brother King.
I'll tell you, I don't practice that. So
I don't practice it, nothing.
We sit down and quiet whole night and not know what's going on.
That whole show week. No,
let me say this to you.
Yeah, go ahead, host.
If you see, we in some Kaiso thing, right? I don't ask you to sing it. I don't ask you to sing. So everybody.
That why you. Hold on. That why you say I can't stop you from singing Legend.
So everybody must know what everybody could do and everybody can. This one man, I don't push up in thing. I know you can do what you're doing there. I keep the milk bash well quiet and let you do your thing. I'm doing what I could do. So
Mr. Host.
So let me ask you a question.
Mr. Host.
But hold on. What I want to find out. All what you was just doing there, what you call that?
Dino host that.
All of us sit on quad and you all of us sit on quad and you they bumping your gum and then not host. But go ahead, no bye.
Let me tell you what they call that. Let me tell you what they call that. They call that pontificate.
I just started the program in a
What they better?
Welcome the viewers.
Cousin Gladys son calling you. How you make it in Cousin Gladys son?
Where that call you host just now there?
Me you got?
Yeah.
So who you thought the man called?
Oh, you forgot your name fast, so?
But I don't.
Since last week the man rename you. Since last week the man rename you.
But of course, and next week is Doc. Doc know that?
Nah, next week is Doc, but this week is not me.
But how even this week is not you? Man, go ahead and welcome the people, no, man.
But who's story know that?
By welcome the people.
And welcome the people.
Hold on. All you could imagine these big man fed people. No man, you don't make Hennessy Jeffrey shame tonight, you know.
Godfrey, put it in context now. Godfrey, put it in context, man. That big man, that big PS.
That's why you vexed by. Yeah, I told me rolling. You can't.
I don't support anyone that one with you.
No. But hold on. Let me
say CEO.
Well, that was just going to tell you. You remember Doc nearly beat us up when he called him CEO. Doc.
I know you want to put up PS.
No, but I could take PS and what was some people say PS me papi sure.
You would say that, you know. Nobody would say that, you know.
Watch. Let me just say good night to all our listeners of Facebook.
All right.
Our Facebook contributors are back with us tonight, and I look forward to a very enlightening program with the host as the host. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Host is back to you. I tell you, the only host I know is the priest thing, you know. And the priest
Man, you have to tell the next person what they have to say good night. I want to say good night and welcome people to, you know.
Go ahead.
They have to call with them.
Wait, no, the program start already?
Well, we will.
But Godfrey give trouble.
I give trouble.
The program start. I thought it was Papa should be making.
Well,
I know the program started.
Well, Doc, you look as we got to fast forward to you tonight. Because I didn't come prepared to host.
That's for you, the man. You did your job.
Reece, I forgot me and you got to do the program for yourself. We will give them a 2 weeks. We will suspend them for 2 weeks.
I don't understand. I don't understand this thing.
There are certain things that you have to put your foot down as a man. Put my foot down as a man.
As a man.
Yeah, put your foot down. Go try that on me. You get away with Reece last week, but I well planned for you for tonight, you know. If it is not planning, you don't get away with that.
That is nothing.
Reece? No, I trust you here more than the others. The program actually on?
Yeah, we live on TV, radio, Facebook, YouTube.
Came on. He told people that we're back on Facebook. He welcomed. He said the team is here, and he announced that the host is going to beat the king.
Hey.
All that happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
The king say no.
And the king said no.
Tonight, I come to explanation.
The king. Well, I never.
So Godfrey introduced the topic, and let me say good night to all the listeners.
But I introduced all the topic already. So my man say you don't host it. So well, good night, folks. So Doc and Reece, welcome the people, and I feel we got to lock John King tonight, you know.
You guys know, King go out to get, you know, with the disciplinary committee.
Yes, that ain't going on so.
In disobedience.
Yeah, that ain't going on so.
What? He's a king, so king could do anything that they want. They could get away with anything.
Anyway, let me welcome the people because I have to expatiate too tonight.
Yes. So you know, I'm really.
You want to go and give it to you for
Okay, so you know, when we the week that we've not had Facebook or two, you know, in the absence of it, you realize how very important that, you know, aspect of our publicity is. There are so many people that you literally missed because they were not there, and you're not really seeing them on YouTube. You know, you don't know if they're there. So yeah, that was a big one for me. So I'm really happy that we're back on Facebook, and I hope that the message spread around that we're live, we're back, and you know, people would enjoy that program that we're about to have as we anticipate.
Yes. Doc?
Yeah, well, I just want to say good night officially. I came into the whole chaotic atmosphere. I thought was behind the scene, because that's how usually things go. Now, so just want to say good night, and I'm hoping, I think tonight we have a very interesting topic, and hoping that we would get the contributors to come in early o'clock and chime in, because I think that one is really a good one for Dung Memory Lane, but actually it would he has a lot of present-day analysis for people to be able to make as we go forward. So good night, everyone, and we are going to have a bumper show tonight.
Right. So well, since the host abdicate, since the king abdicate, we will go to him first tonight. So King, we're talking about public transportation and how the whole culture of that has evolved. What we used to know in the olden days, traveling on study, you heard, and liberty and dignity and them thing and them that are in again. So we have a new dispensation of public transportation, and it has taken a lot. So King, start the ball. There we go.
Yeah, well, as you correctly said, public transport has evolved, right? And I think on a previous program, we spoke about all the study you heard on the Liberty and Mothman and all these fellas and with the old boat bus and so on, with the high seat and what have you. And the piece of tarpaulin for when rain fall and you throw down the piece of tarpaulin and you roll it back up and so on. There are still one or two little, I don't know if you want to call it, probably they have, well, not modernized it, but they put kind of new front on it, kept the old boat bussish kind of body to bring people, and they run tourists with it now. So children can actually see what we're speaking about, because a few of them, I think they still exist. But that was the transport of choice. And for example, when you were moving from Sotes to Tom, is one trip, you go down in the morning and you come back up. You come back up in the evening, because this kind of big boat bus in this kind of road and so on can go up and down as the little minivans. And then coming up, a vital and important aspect of public transport was during the period of the PRG, when we moved to government-owned public transport, right? So you had the NTS, the National Transport Service, which was this kind of big kind of buses like our tourist buses are now. And then some smart person or the other didn't figure that the name NTS was good, you know, so they got the N. As great as I always do, they got the N and they put a P. And yes, that is change, that is transformation, you know. So we don't change things without changing things whatsoever. But everything remained the same. And those buses, they plied for some time before they kind of run out of existence. I know that some people have called for the introduction, or Chester Humphrey has always called for the introduction of government-owned public transport system like what we have in Barbados and a lot of the other countries. You know, it has not happened. And that way we could share, you know, that is the PRA kind of revolution kind of period, man. So that could shed some light on that. But really we have back in a lot of ways, because I remember at one time, for example, we had Central Garage, where all the old PTS and NTS used to go and dock. And where you have mechanics and things, juking them up with them public works truck and so on. That's where they used to go and dig them up and juke them up when they get in trouble and so on. Those things are gone now. So those are memories of public transport. And of course, I'll give way to Doc and so on, so that they could take it forward. But one thing I remember, because you see PTS and so on ran in conjunction with the private minibuses and so on. And I remember there was one time, great idea kind of place, you know, there was one time the PTS and them came with a schedule to work on Sundays, because boss were working on Sunday. And so PTS started working on Sunday and everything going nice. You get new PTS, you go downtown and so on. And when them small boss man see that, they start work on Sunday. They start work on
5
Sunday.
minutes ahead.
Yeah, they jamming the PTS, and then so PTS can't make their money again because small boss start to work. So PTS hold up and PTS stop, because PTS realize that venture is profitable. And as PTS stop, them small boss stop. Them small boss stop. Congratulations.
That man is really.
So
that man is the host for that man take over.
You don't see that there. You saw where that.
After his flash yet, after his flash yet first.
Tile mongoose. Damn you ways. Like that trip, man. Oh gosh.
So let me just say I want to go back where actually Scholar had gone in terms of this study here, the Liberty and those buses and them. And I think we went there one time, so we would not delve there too much. But if we had to make that comparison, we recognize the buses then, it was a community affair. 90%, or some people might argue, more than 90% of all the passengers and conductors, the drivers, were known to each other. You know that when the bus stopped, you didn't have to ring a bell that Jacinta or James or Gillian, they get enough at that point. And so everybody, you know, it was like a more community affair. The conductor then was a key man. And some conductors were extremely stylish. You know, you had to pick up the box or the provision for so, and some of them used to pretend like the cutting style. And going back to then, the buses then had a kind of running board where you would climb up, but also under that board they would put the provision and the load, etc. But push come to shove on I would say on an early Saturday morning going to the market, the back seat also was then turned over to a luggage department, you know, or a cargo department where they would carry goods. In some rare cases, goods and sheep and pigs used to find their way on the buses also, going down to the market. Coals was not unusual. So that is how it was. There was a lot of talk, a lot of communication on those buses. People would, you know, you go on the bus and people would laugh and everything seemed to be taking place. I don't know if because I was a little boy then, but the trees used to move. Scholar didn't give an explanation. But I remember going through the areas, the trees used to move as the buses go. The buses was always open, and so we enjoyed the free breeze, hot or whatsoever, the free breeze, except when it raining, and Scholar did allude to that. You put on the tarpaulin. You fast track to that. When the revolution came, there was a National Bus Association. I say that competed. So I think it was not effective enough because he had some private owners, and the private owners competed with the National Transit. And so it was not as effective as it should have been. But it was a very good move in the right way. He had scheduled children, you know what bus you're taking. I think the prices were a little bit more affordable. I stand corrected on that.
Yeah, I think so. But
yeah, and he had the yellow one and sometimes the green one. But
no, man. That was all right.
Oh, yeah, that was not it. Yes. Okay.
No, but remember, hold on. No. Which one was first? That was the school bus. We had was white and white and blue.
White and blue was the PTS.
It was the PTS, and then the yellow and the green was the school bus.
School bus.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. So there was at that time, and I guess we can have that same conversation. The fact that there was a differentiation between buses for children and buses for adults, or transportation for children and transportation for adults. So we had come to that, and then we move away from the nationalization of the transport or the public transport system, and we now in an era where it's private, but there is still a need where there was a collaboration. We have bus associations. I don't know how strong they are, but at some time, I remember bus associations had strike, and they really crippled the transport system on island. But the atmosphere changed significantly, moving from the old time days of the Liberty and the Study Aid, where when you enter the bus, you have to say good morning, you greet everybody, you get up for the elders, etc. Now the smaller buses are a little bit more cramped. You don't get up, but you generally 90% of the people traveling on the buses, you don't know them, and you don't say good morning. Most people don't say good morning still, as of now. So I think just making the comparison between the old-time transport system and now, we see how we're departing or we're going in a different direction. There's a lot now happening on the private buses, and every now and then you look at the newspaper. Generally, you hear people complaining, and every now and then one or two people would compliment a bus driver or conductor that went out of the way to show goodwill. So just putting that in perspective, the conversation will get heated up, and we'll take it from there.
Right. So I'll tell you what, they're ready for us. So let's take the lotto break, and then when we come back, Reece going to tell us if PTS is working Guav. So we will take a break. And we coming back in a minute, folks. Stay with us, all of it.
Do you know, when you play the games of the National Lotteries Authority, you are supporting sports, culture, and nation building in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Macnic?
Hi, I am Junior Murray, cricket coach, sports enthusiast, and a former West Indies cricketer. I endorse the games of the NLA 100%. For the past 40 years, the NLA has been funding many sporting activities, including competition for schools and clubs, and for athletes to participate in overseas tournaments such as the Carifta Games and regional cricket tournaments. Additionally, they made it possible for you, the public, to view local, regional, and international tournaments from the comfort of your homes. For those reasons, I play the game of the NLA. Even if I do not win, I know Grenada always wins.
Yes, when you play all the games, the NLA in turn supports sports, culture, and nation-building activities throughout the Tri-Island state.
Good evening and welcome to the National Lottery Authority's Daily Pick 3 Evening Draw for today, Friday, the 8th of September 2023. I'm Lexan Fletcher and I'll be your draw hostess for this evening. Standing in with me is Ms. Kanife Edwards. She's representing RSO and Company Limited Accountants and Advisors. Ms. Edwards is here to ensure the games for this evening are conducted in a fair and accountable manner, that the game balls have not been tampered with and are within industry standards. Just to remind you, as always, with the Pick 3 game, you can bet as little as $1 on inline, mix, and pair tickets and then $2 on backup tickets. It's time to reveal tonight's winning numbers. It pays to play. Good luck to you. All right, check your tickets. First ball up is, yes, the first is 7, second is 5, and the final is 0. Let's recap. First ball up was 7, the second 5, and the final was 0. If you're a winner, congratulations to you. And congrats also to our 28 winners from the midday draw. We had a total payout of $5,515. Congratulations again to you. We do have Playway with Multi-X coming up next, so get your tickets. I'll be ready for that. We'll see you then.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Welcome back once again. It's time for Playway with Multi-X for this evening, Friday, the 8th of September, 2023. Join me once again is Ms. Kanife Edwards. She's representing RSO and Company Limited and Accountants and Advisors. Well, don't forget with the Playway game, all you got to do is bet as little as $1 up to $10 or in increments on any number or dream symbol of your choice and get to win 24 times the amount you bet. That's $24 for every dollar spent. All right, hope you got your tickets. Let's find out what the winning Playway number will be for this evening. Value your dreams, win your way with Playway. Good luck. And the winning Playway number is... This evening's winning Playway number is 10. That's 1010, and the dream symbol is police. If you're a winner, congratulations to you. And let's find out what the winning Multi-X ball will be for this evening. Of course, if you placed your bets, good luck to you. And the winning winning multi-X ball is 2X. That's 2X. If you're a winner, congratulations to you. Congrats also to our 346 winners from the midday draw. Total payout $31,560. Congrats again. Hope you got your tickets for cash for a draw. That comes up next. See you then.
Do you know, when you play the games of the National Lotteries Authority, you are supporting sports, culture, and nation building in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique?
Hi, I am Junior Murray, cricket coach, sports enthusiast, and a former West Indies cricketer. I endorse the games of the NLA 100%. For the past 40 years, the NLA has been funding many sporting activities, including competition for schools and clubs, and for athletes to participate in overseas tournaments such as the Carifta Games and regional cricket tournaments. Additionally, they made it possible for you, the public, to view local, regional, and international tournaments from the comfort of your homes. For those reasons, I play the game of the NLA. Even if I do not win, I know Grenada always wins.
Yes, when you play all the games, the NLA in turn supports sports, culture, and nation-building activities throughout the Tri-Island state.
Welcome back. It's the evening draw for the daily cash for game for today, Friday, the 8th of September, 2023. I've got Miss Kanife Edwards with me once again. She's representing RSO and Company Limited Accountants and Advisors. Now, just to remind you, with the cash for game, you can bet as little as $1 on most of the bet types, with the exception of backup, in which case you bet $2. So hope you got your tickets out and ready. Let's find out what the winning numbers will be for this evening. It's more plays, bigger prizes. Good luck. First ball up is, yes, first is 7, second 4, third 0, final is 7. All right, let's recap, double check your tickets. First ball up was 7, the second 4, third was 0, and the final 7. Congratulations to you if you're a winner. Congrats to our 15 winners from the midday draw. We had a total payout of $3,000. Congratulations again. Don't forget, up next is the lotto draw. Hope you got your tickets. The estimated jackpot is $184,000. We'll see you then.
Is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more. With multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Good evening once again. Welcome to the National Lottery Authority's Lotto Draw number 3554 for this evening, Friday, the 8th of September, 2023. The estimated jackpot for this evening is $184,000. But just to remind you, joining me this evening is Miss Kanife Edwards. She's representing RSO and Company Limited Accountants and Advisors. Hope you got your tickets for this evening. Let's find out what the free ticket letter will be firstly. Good luck to you. Free ticket letter for this evening is the letter C as in cash. That's C as in cash. And now it's time to move on to find out what the 5 winning numbers will be for $184,000. Good luck to you. All right, we got your tickets. Check them now. First number, yes, first number, 19. Second. Second number up is 14. Third. do a little bit of recapping here. Firstly, with the free ticket letter, that letter was C as in cash. That C is in cash. And the 5 winning numbers for $184,000. Let's recap, double check those tickets. First number up was 19. That's 1919. The second was 14, 14. The third was 27, 27. Fourth was 1011. And the final 8088. Well, you know the drill. If you have these numbers, congratulations to you, you're a winner. This has been Lotto Play and to Win a Lot, urging you to keep playing and keep supporting sports, culture, and nation building. Have a good night.
Do you know, when you play the games of the National Lotteries Authority, you are supporting sports, culture, and nation building in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Macnic?
Hi, I am Junior Murray, cricket coach, sports enthusiast, and a former West Indies cricketer. I endorse the games of the NLA 100%. For the past 40 years, the NLA has been funding many sporting activities, including competition for schools and clubs, and for athletes to participate in overseas tournaments such as the Carifta Games and regional cricket tournaments. Additionally, they made it possible for you, the public, to view local, regional, and international tournaments from the comfort of your homes. For those reasons, I play the game of the NLA. Even if I do not win, I know Grenada always wins.
Yes, when you play all the games, the NLA in turn supports sports, culture, and nation-building activities throughout the Tri-Island state.
There is a fire that rages in all of us, a deep desire to be the best that we can be. And sometimes that fire finds expression in words.
Who do you think you are? Angela Davis? Winnie Mandela?
Daddy, whether you like it or not, a new generation has arrived. We are here and we have come with a vision.
You sure is not television all you come with?
The Fire to Dance, a new exciting full-length drama, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs and presented by Heritage Theatre. Opening Saturday 16th September at Grenada Trade Center and running for 2 weekends, 7 p.m. nightly with a star-studded cast.
Come with me, Sophie. We have worlds to conquer.
Come out and feel the fire in the Fire to Dance, starting September 16th. Don't miss it. This ad is sponsored by the National Lotteries Authority, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Raise it high up the ladder, let we set it on fire. A little more calypso, forget the funk and the disco. A little more limbo, a little more shango. Find the greasy pole, and we don't dance from the maple.
Welcome back, everyone. We Culture. We're talking public transportation tonight, and the thing's starting to heat up. Where the hose gone? Mr. Hose, where you? The hose disappearing us. It disappearing us. But definitely, Reece, you need to have your little say. We heard from King and we heard from the doc. So come in.
Yeah, well, a lot of the things that Doc and Scholar spoke about, I reminisce on them. We basically had similar in St. John, in Guelph. We did have the PTS, the NTS. I used to travel to the Anglican High School on a monthly ticket kind of thing because they offered that kind of packages. At the time, even before them, the minibuses in Guelph used to offer monthly packages. That is how people travel to work or school and back, a trip up and a trip down. And if I remember, there was a time I think it used to cost like about $30. $40. It was small thing because bus at the time was like $2, $1, you know, $2 for adults and $1 for children from Guelph to St. George's. So when you do the monthly package, you used to kind of add up for school children about $30 there. And so when the NTS and PTS came on board, they offered those packages as well. I remember the wooden buses too. We had wooden buses in Guelph. I remember Selwyn wooden bus. One of the things that the wooden bus was very exciting to have for was the bus parties. Every end of school year, in the last week in the school year, which is like the first week in July, we used to have bus party where, you know, the teachers would take the children around the country and we would visit different sites. Today I was telling one of my co-workers, I was asking them if they knew that there was a zoo in the botanical gardens, and of course most of them didn't know. So those are one of the sites that they used to take us to. But people used to fight to go on the boat bus for bus parties because, as Scholar said, it was windy. I think Livingston said that too. It was like open air. You know, you get to kind of hang and look outside and lean, and you know, teachers used to be sitting at the ends, but there was the back of the bus where everybody could turn around and look out and wave and call people. And so it's a very nostalgic. These wooden buses and bus parties, and even when buses used to be going like in the market, to pick up people and stuff like that, the St. George's Market. I remember vividly the boat bus, we used to call them, there, picking up people. I read a comment a while ago on YouTube where someone was speaking about how is it that buses endanger people's lives, you know, with the driving, taking over our own corner and that kind of thing. And even that too is nostalgic for me. We had a famous driver still there, named Mama Pool. I know most of our know about Mama Pool.
Mama Pool? That is my name?
Mama Pool. Yeah, self-acclaimed.
So,
Mama Pool.
If somebody call me that, I'm fighting.
You don't want to fight. Then you think I will go off with you. We could take a real talk and thing.
Mama Pool
was known for taking over our own corner. Right? I mean, I'm not accusing the man. When you get a ride with Mama Pool, you're reaching in less than no time. You're driving fast, and as they say, taking over everything on the road. So that, and then I remember Brother is someone that lives in Harlem there, going up from Market Square. He's a mechanic, I believe, and he owns a lot of those buses. Well, he used to own a lot of those buses, I know. And he had a thing where all his buses, the numbers used to have 49 in it. In fact, there was one of the buses named the 49. And those were very popular buses. I remember this man named Mongoose, I think he lived in Canada, that used to drive, you know, there was the New Dove, the Dove, I mean, so many different bus names. And at the time, if I remember clearly, they were like more like the Nissan buses. And yeah, we used to travel on that, and there was the monthly package with these two. And yeah, so I think it's very similar among our parishes in terms of the buses, the bus system, you know, what we had before and how we end up with now what you call what do they call it? They have high roof, mid roof, back roof, all kind of names. Toyota, new improved Toyota. It have all sorts of old school. Yes, it have old school Nissan, old school Toyota. So yeah, it have. We are here now. We are here now where there's a lot of privately owned buses, and you know we have the bus system, we have the bus routes, the licensing, all these things. Before you could have just gone by your boss and say, I run in there, right? I run in that route. But no, you have to buy licenses and you have to stick to your route and get permission to go off route and that kind of thing. There's associations.
Godfrey, one of the things that endure, if you notice, is the naming of bosses.
Yeah, definitely.
So regardless from way back to the boat boss, from right up, naming a boss and writing, some man writing a whole paragraph on the boss nowadays.
Paragraph is joke.
Bless, let no man curse.
And most of the things that are written on bosses, I mean, if you notice, most of the things that are written on bosses today is giving other boss man or other people water.
Yeah.
That's what they write, you know.
You're right.
So, you can't stop me, you get this, they give one another word. I don't know if it's there. Or like how, there seems to be this new thing in soca now, where everybody bad minding you, and everybody sings of bad mind and so on and so forth. It's kind of like that. That came from the boss system. So bossmen always somehow give, I don't know if it's orders again word, or people are bad minding them, or people are jealous them, or people are what, I don't know what.
King, there was a Sotes boss that had this set of initials. And it took me a while before I got it, but the who Jah bless, let no man curse. Every initial was there. And when you had to call the boss name, it's like you had to call it whatever. That's the name of the boss. But it's until we figure out, well, it's a scripture verse day. It became shorter to just say the whole scripture verse. Because this set of initials.
You mixing up where the initials, where the letters are going.
Your finger and say who Jah bless, let no.
But hold on. I just want to go back a little bit. When Reece was talking, she was saying, just today she was asking somebody if they knew he had a zoo. And so help me, Uncle Annie, Bunola and Clara. That she was asking them if they know he had a zoo in Guav, No. Well, I just tell you, but you ever had a zoo in Guav? You don't know zoo in Guav?
Listen, our zoos were not caged animals, okay? It was not caged animals. We tethered out our animals.
Right.
And we let them roam. And some learn things. They love to drive. They love to do
that car go off bush last week.
You have to remember, Reece father used to blind boat for them to play.
Well, yeah, she said.
Yes, he had a lot of sheep and goats.
So that was zoo.
Yes, he used to kill one.
Well, zoo is where you go in animal and watch them and play with them.
Yeah, well, of course.
But there's an observation